it's Tina and I am back, and I am here with a video that I hope will be fun for you guys, because it's definitely going to be fun for me, but I hope it will also be helpful since I'm showcasing brand new products from Smashbox. Now, Smashbox was kind enough to send me all these products. They send me a ton of PR boxes all the time, and I am very excited to share the products with you guys because I love to share new products. I love to share a full range if I can. I love to do swatches so you guys can see colors on my skin tone, because not everybody has time to go in store and swatch products for themselves, and probably you're not even close to an ULTA or a Sephora and you do prefer to shop online. And with that, you are now going to have to shop based on product pictures and swatches on the website. And you may want a little bit more insight into the product, and that's where I come in. And this is why Smashbox will send out their different PR packages to different beauty creators here on YouTube and on Instagram for them to get the new products, test them out for you guys. And I love to show you up close swatches so you can see the products and see if these are products that you'd be interested in trying out. I'll also do quick reviews if it's something that I've tested out, or I'll do future reviews for you guys if you request it. But I did get tons of packages from Smashbox, and I've been kind of stashing them away. So some of these aren't necessarily brand new launches. Some of them are already out there, but you'll get an idea of these products and how they apply on my skin tone and what my thoughts are on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the first thing here, which is the latest launch that they sent to me. These are their Shape-In foundations, and they sent me 5 different shades. So they sent me shade 3.3, 4.0, 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3. And this is a brand new product for Smashbox. It's a stick foundation, and then it also has a built-in customized contour shade that matches the foundation. And there are 16 shades available. As you can see here, it goes from light to deep. Now, it doesn't go extremely light and it doesn't go extremely deep, but I'm sure you can probably still find a shade that may match you in this foundation. My specific shade that I use is 4.0, and I use the same shade in their foundation. Now, the contour side of the product is a smaller side. It doesn't contain as much product, but the foundation side, you get a pretty decent amount of product, and you do not need a lot of this for coverage. It does give you a pretty decent medium buildable coverage, and it is more of, I would call it a demi matte to satin finish. It's not really an ultra matte finish, and it's very creamy. The foundation itself, I wear 4.0 like I said. It leans a little bit orange, just a touch orange, so I have to be careful with it. And then the contour side definitely is more of a soft bronzy contour. For me, it's a little bit more on the warm tone side, which I prefer. For me, I don't really like too much of a cool tone on my skin, because with my yellow undertones, it can get a little bit muddy looking. So do really like the foundation. If you're not into stick foundations, don't get this. If you're not into it, don't get it. It's not as creamy as the Hourglass Vanish foundation stick, but it's not as dry as the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick. I find it to be kind of in between. It does blend out really nicely, but it's not overly creamy or moist, so I think it would work well on normal skin and oily skin. I do personally like it, but I have to use very little, because it's a stick foundation. It can get very heavy, so I use a very light coverage of this, and I do like it that it has that contour side, so you don't have to buy a separate product, and it matches well with that actual foundation shade. So it's not like a universal contour shade. It actually is meant to go with the actual foundation shade. So if you want a full demonstration and a review of this, let me know. Now, one thing they sent me that I was so excited about, because I'm so in love with this, they sent me their Summer Vibes set. This is all of the shades of the Always On liquid lipsticks, which I absolutely love. Now, they sent me all the shades, but I already took some out, and I actually gave it to my best friend. She loves this formula so much, and so I sent her some of the shades that she doesn't already have, that I already have, that I love. I did a swatch video of all the shades that I purchased myself, and I was already in love with them. So now I have all the shades available. But in my previous video, I have like most of the shades. Like, that's how in love with them I am. They are one of my top 3 formulations. They have beautiful neutral shades, nudie shades in demand. It's such a good nude on my skin tone. it is a beautiful color. It's a little bit light, a little bit, but it's so beautiful. And then I really love the shade Stepping Out. This one, if you're deeper, I think would be a better shade than In Demand, but I love these two shades mixed together. Such a beautiful nude lip. And then one of my very favorite shades from them would be Out Loud, which is this orangey brown. It is more orange than brown, but it is so good, especially on my skin tone. This is going to be such a great fall color, but I wear it anytime. I love this shade. And then I love True Grit, which is the dark brown. Oh my god, such a good shade. And then Chill Zone is one of those gray colors that I can't get enough of. I love it so much that I did go ahead and I got the regular lipstick for it, and I have to go now and get the lip liner because they have lip liners to these. So I want to get the Chill Zone lip liner, or it's like, I don't know if it's the same name, but it's a gray lip liner, and oh my god, love this. This is great. If you're into those kind of, you know, out there colors, then that's a great one. But this is one of my favorite formulas, and I definitely, thank you Smashbox for sending me this. I definitely love the formulation. Now, speaking of lips, they sent me this a while back, and oh my god, I was keeping this box and holding out because I was like, I want to show you guys this. They sent me again the full collection of their Be Legendary Liquid Pigment Lip Glosses and the Be Legendary Liquid Metals. I, again, ended up buying a ton of these and ended up giving them away because they sent me the full thing. And that's the thing, when I'm impatient and I don't know what's being sent to me, like, I don't wait for products to be sent to me. I will go and get them myself if I'm interested, because that shows that I love the brand myself and I would purchase the products myself. So the ones that I purchased, again, I sent them to my best friend. These are a thicker, full coverage lip gloss type product. The liquid pigments are very pigmented glosses. They are definitely a slippy product. They're almost like a glossy liquid lipstick is what I would say. So instead of drying down matte, they just leave a really glossy finish to the lips. And it looks so good, but it's not sticky and tacky like, you know, you have lip glosses that can get really sticky and just goopy. These are not them, and these wear so beautifully and they're so comfortable and they layer well as well, but they're gonna cover a color underneath because they're so pigmented, but they are so good and they have such beautiful like pinky neutral shades. They have like a beautiful, the red shade. The red shade is just, listen, it's called Bad Apple. Oh my god. If you, oh my god. It's such a beautiful glossy red. I can't even with this. These I highly recommend. Their pigments, the liquid pigments, highly 100% recommend. I think they're top notch. Now, their legendary lip metals. These I was a little skeptical about. I was like, I don't know if I need to get all metallic on the lips, you know. But then I swatched them in store and I just about died, okay? So I picked up a few of these as well. I think the red one in this, which is called Crimson Chrome, you die, okay? This is such a beautiful shimmery red, but it's not glittery. It's literally a metallic shimmery red. It's not gritty. They don't feel different on the lips, you know what I mean? They're just beautiful and shiny. And then you have this Brains and Bronze. If you're into a bronzy lip, shut the front door and go get this. And you can use these two as accents. There is no discernible like glitter in it. It's straight shimmer. Like they put a shimmery pigment in them and just made them so good. This is so beautiful. And they have, again, neutral shades, some red shades, and then they have some fun shades. Now, the lip gloss that they have, like, that's Chill Zone. This one had me like, hold up, am I gonna look like the Tin Man in this? This is, I don't know that many people will love this shade. It's a straight silver foil. This is definitely for like Halloween or for like an editorial, like really artsy look because it's silver. Then they have this blue. If you're into blue lips like I am, I'm into blue lips. I love a blue lip. This one is called Iced Out. Yeah, that's straight iced out. So these ones I definitely recommend. Love this. So when I got all the shades, I was so excited because I'm like, oh my god, I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Smashbox, for sending those to me. Now, one of their newer launches is the Photo Finish Primerizer. Is a primer and moisturizer in one, and this has hyaluronic acid and niacinamide in it. So it's good for plumping the skin and making you look nice and hydrated. Now, the thing about this is you have to be careful if you have oily skin. Combination oily, be very careful. Just use a little bit of this, but this is all you would need for a primer or a moisturizer, unless you're going for a mattifying primer, which I use when I use a primer. I have to use a mattifying primer because this situation here gets really glossy, really shiny, really quick. Oh, let's powder. Oh, no, child. I get very shiny, so I only use this like on the extremities of my face, and then I'll use a pore filling mattifying primer in the center of my face. But this is pretty decent. It's nice, and I like that it has these skincare ingredients in it, which will help to plump the skin. If you are dry, if you are normal, this would be probably the perfect primer moisturizer for you. If you're oily or combination, use just a little bit. You don't need a lot of this, like just a little bit. It will go a long way. It's really intense, but I also use a pore filler. So I like it in that I can use it as a moisturizer. I look at it more as a moisturizer, and it does really help your foundation to stick to it. Now, next is an empty box, because this came a while back and I just never hauled it. And in here, they sent me all their always on gel eyeliners. They are beautiful eyeliners. They're very, yeah, they're very creamy, and they're very pigmented, and they glide on like a dream, and they stay pretty decent on the waterline as well. I just really like these if you're using them for your lower lash line or your lower waterline. I find the formula to be long lasting, really comfortable. It doesn't dry and tug, you know. I don't know that many people use pencil eyeliners on the upper lash line anymore. I know they might use it to smudge, and it is good for that because it doesn't dry down right away. But there are beautiful colors to this. They have a white, which I really like for popping on the inner tear duct, so you can use it as like a base to brighten up that inner tear duct. And they also have like this shimmery champagne that's called Bubbly. They have really great colors. They have a pitch black, which is really black and really good. They have purples and blues. Now, these are a little bit pricier, so I don't know that you necessarily want to or need to spend that much on a gel eyeliner unless it's a color that you know you're going to get a lot of use out of and you really want a good formula. That is a good formula. So if you want to get the black or the brown, you will definitely get great use out of it. But for the fun colors, I don't know. You can probably get it cheaper, but in case you were curious about the formula is really good. And if you wanted to splurge on an eyeliner, it definitely is a really good formula. Also in the same box with the eyeliners, they sent the new Photo Finish lid primers. Now, I had already purchased these. So I had purchased the black one, the white one, and I believe the medium one, which is a skin tone shade, but they did send me the dark and then the light. So these are really good. I really like them as well. They are similar to the Urban Decay ones, which are skin tone color primers now. So eyelid primers, they help your eyeshadows go on, stay on all day, and they can help to intensify them. The white one I really like. It's more of a transparent white. It's not a fully opaque white. So it does intensify bright colors, but it's not so white that if you put it on your lids, you can't cover it up with a shade, you know, or if you don't cover it up, you're going to see the white underneath, which I actually like, but it's kind of tricky because I also like the Urban Decay one, which is a little bit more pigmented. So depending on what I'm going for, I might use either or, but I do like the Photo Finish lid primer formulation. I think it's really good. It's really great for oily skin. It does seal in the oils and keep them at bay, and I like that they have matte skin tone colors, and they have one for light, medium, which is the one I would use. And this is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, obviously, but it does give a light finish to the skin. So I can still intensify my eyeshadow, but you know what I can use this for? To lighten up the lid and to cover discoloration, and then just add a little bit of shading in the outer V, and we're good to go. The dark one is also a very good one for darker skin. This one is darker than my skin. I would use it for dark looks as well, but it would be great for darker skin because you never see skin tone shades for darker skin in a dark enough tone that actually matches their skin tone. Instead of using a concealer with a primer, this is actually one and done. So I really do like this as well. And then the smoky one, which I thought was really innovative, is a dark one that you can use for smoky looks. And it's not a black, it's more of a, like a deep smoky, I don't know what to call it. It's like a grayish dark brown. It's not a black, so it does give you a smoky look without being too overwhelmingly black, but it can deepen up and smoke out a look. So I really like this. And again, you can just pat this all over the lid, blend it out, and it will give you just a cream eyeshadow look. So I do really like these, and I do recommend these. I do enjoy them quite a bit, and they're good for extending the wear of eyeshadows and intensifying the look as well. Now, they did also send me this really glittery box, and I was like, oh my god, what is in this? So this is their collaboration with Casey Holmes here on YouTube. They released 2 highlighter palettes with her, and this is an older collection, but it's still available, and I don't know if it still says Casey or if it's just their highlighter spotlight palettes now, but they have 2 options. There is a gold and a pearl, and these are palettes with 3 shades in them. They're highlighter palettes. Look like this. They're trios, and they have more of a satin highlight shade, a more frosty, and then a glittery highlight shade. Now, the pearl one is more for lighter skin tones because you see that's the first shade there. Now, these first 2 shades are the more shimmery shades, which are really beautiful. They are more of a frosty texture. Really beautiful, definitely for lighter skin, not for me. And then the 3rd shade, I don't know that I love the 3rd shade in any of the palettes. It's more of a glittery palette, and you definitely see the silver glitter. I don't like that. I really don't like that. But the 2 shimmer shades, the shiny frosty shades, really beautiful. And I think the formulation is creamy, and I think the formulation is really good because it's creamy and buttery and it melts into the skin. But that glitter shade just throws me off. I don't know why they included that glitter shade. The other one is the gold palette. This is more for tan skin tones. I don't necessarily think it's for darker skin tone because they're a little bit more of a light tone, but you see this gold shade? It looks light right here, but once you blend it into the skin, it becomes this beautiful shimmery gold. Then the middle shade is more of a yellow peachy bronze. It's so beautiful. If you have tan skin, if you have my skin tone, that is such a beautiful color. Let me go ahead and apply a little bit of it for you to see. You just apply very little, and you need very little to show up, and it's just so shimmery without being glittery or chunky. It's really beautiful. But then you have this 3rd shade that has that glitter in it that I don't like at all. Now, if you can look past this shade and just get into these 2 shades, oh my god, they're so pretty. They're so shimmery and beautiful without being overwhelming, and they have that peachy golden undertone that is breathtaking. But again, I don't know that you're gonna love that 3rd shade with the glitter. Unless you don't mind glitter, then you would enjoy it. But I hope they sell those as individuals or do duos, or just get rid of that glittery shade and use the same formula in a different tone. It would be phenomenal, but I do like the shimmer shades, just not the glittery one. Then the last of their glittery packages is this one here, which is the oldest of the packages in this box. They sent all their primers. And some of these I already absolutely love, so I was so excited to get these. So the first one, I'm just gonna grab the one that I absolutely love. Love this one. This is the purple one. It's oil free, it mattifies, and it fills your pores. Love this. Has been one of my favorite primers of all time, so I love this guy. I'm so glad I got that. Then they sent my primer water because I ran out of my big bottle. Well, no, I threw it out because it was getting a little old, and I got it replaced with a little smaller bottle, my little travel, because I feel like I will go through this faster than the larger bottle without it going bad. So I got a smaller bottle, but they sent me a backup, which, excuse me very much, love this primer. I love it mainly for foil and eyeshadows, but I also like it for refreshing my skin and for priming my skin. I use it more so during the day when I go to work, when I just need light hydration. It's kind of my moisturizer. So I use this or my La Prairie Essence and Lotion. Those are my lightweight moisturizers, and it works for me, and I really like it, and it does help with your foundation sticking. So I love that. I will say though, they sent the primer oil. Not for me, not for me. So I need to give this away to one of my friends that has dry skin, because no, not for my oily skin. No at all. Then they have their regular foundation primer, which is the Photo Finish. I prefer the pore minimizing because of my oily skin, but if you are more normal or dry, you might like these. And I think the light one actually goes well with oily skin as well, because it is a light version of their primer. Now these ones I didn't know about before. They have a hydrating one, which is the blue. Again, giving it that one away. Then they have color correcting one. So they have one for redness. They have one, this one is more of a skin tone peachy one. So this one is probably going to be nice for me. I should try this one. It probably does brighten the skin as well. And then they have, this one is a, what is this? It protects skin. So this has SPF 20. I didn't even know this was in here. I could have been using this for the summertime all this time. I'm so mad. Oh my god. Okay, so they have tons of primers. I didn't know they had all of these. So I definitely recommend Photo Finish primers from Smashbox. I think they have some great primers. Some of them I really truly love. So those are all the products that I received from Smashbox, and I have just been looking at these and just like, oh my god, I need to do a haul, because one, I need to get my products in order, put them up, start putting them to use, and give away the ones that I'm not going to be using. And yeah, I wanted to share them with you guys too, because that's part of the reason you get PR, is to share them. And they're not paying me for this video. They don't even know that I'm doing this video, which actually to me is a plus, because they're not sending these products to me because they think I'm making a video or they're paying me to make a video. They're sending me these products for me to try out, and they know I love their brand, and they're just sending me to try them out. There is never any strings attached. They never force me, and I never feel like they're leaving me off their PR list because I didn't talk about their products or I talk smack about their products. So I really appreciate Smashbox and their PR team for that. So thank you, Smashbox, for sending these through. Some of them I am extremely in love with. Some of them are not necessarily for my skin type or my skin tone, but there are some that are really great, and thank you for allowing me to try these out. And hopefully this video was helpful for you guys to see some of the products that they have available in their line, probably some that you want to check out for yourself. I definitely highly recommend their pore minimizing primer, their Photo Finish primer water, love that, love their liquid lipsticks, top 3 definitely, hands down. And I love the new creamy, what is that, creamy pigments and the metallic lipsticks. Really great. So definitely check out some of these products, guys. Let me know if you want to see some of these in action. I do use products in my Get Ready With Me videos, so you'll see them time and time and again. But if you want to see a full review, definitely let me know. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.